I'm Tom Watt, a football supporter, writer, filmmaker, actor, journalist, broadcaster, sort of anything I can do to nick a living, really. So I was in Eastenders for the first 3 years of the show's existence. Very, very happy time, not least because about halfway through the second year, we started a charity football team that was just, that show was unbelievably popular. So we started a charity football team called the Walford Boys Club, reasonably enough, and we just kind of hit. It was just the right time. So we still hold attendance records at like non-league grounds around, where we played at lots of big grounds as well, but we'd play in front of like 10,000 people, a bunch of actors and actors' mates turning up for it was absolutely brilliant. Whether it's as an actor or as a writer or kind of anything I do really, my big thing, the one thing that sort of ties it together is what I really enjoy doing is telling other people's stories. Or not telling other people's stories, but helping people tell their stories. Be that on film, be that, on the radio, be that in books. And all of my books, one way or another, have done that, whether that's, I ghost wrote David Beckham's autobiography. So that's like a long form, that's one guy's whole story. I did another book called A Beautiful Game, which was about football and childhood around the world that I did with UNICEF, and that's 40 of the world's greatest players. I mean, Lionel Messi, Cannavaro, Casillas, Kanu, people like that, Robin van Persie. And that was talking to a lot of people about a very small part of their lives, which was just their childhoods before they ever got involved in professional football. I did spend a few years, I haven't done any for the last couple, but I spent quite a few years creating educational resources that used football as a way of engaging boys in particular, but kids generally, engaging just lads who perhaps were struggling with the English curriculum for whatever reason. And we produced a series of books based on an imaginary football team called Shelby Town that just used an existing passion for football amongst that readership to kind of engage with the work that needed to be done at the same time. Football is shared by more people on this planet than anything else. And that gives the game unbelievable power. But I think there are, just that kind of idea of a city of football, of a kind of 18-month period where what you're doing is kind of recognising the place of football in the life of a city. I think there are things that you can find out about the city and about football in the city that you couldn't possibly predict. So I wouldn't say what I'd hope is that there are amazing surprises are going to be had over the course of the next year and a half.